In a completely unexpected move that left millions of fans stunned and emotional, Jungkook of BTS held an unannounced 2-hour live concert on Weverse on July 14, 2025, marking one of the most intimate and heartfelt interactions since his return from military service. Without prior notice or teaser, the Golden Magne appeared on fan screens with a humble greeting and a soft smile, saying, "I just wanted to sing for you tonight. No reason, just because I missed it." What followed was a mesmerizing, soulful mini-concert featuring live performances of BTS classics, solo songs from his Golden album, rare unreleased tracks, and even a surprise OST cover from Netflix's hit animated series, K-pop Demon Hunters. Among the highlights, Jungkook sang an emotional rendition of Spring Day, followed by Still With You, causing fans to break down in tears as he paused mid-verse and admitted, "I watched K-pop Demon Hunters last night, and I cried. I really cried. It reminded me of everything. Us, the stage, the journey. I felt like a trainee again." He went on to perform Standing Next to You in a stripped-down acoustic version and closed with Mayu, dedicated to ARMY. Throughout the live, Jungkook maintained a raw, vulnerable tone, opening up about how much he missed performing, how grateful he was to still feel fans' love, and how these little moments remind him of why he started. Fans took to social media immediately, with hashtags like #JungkookLive, #GoldenConcert, and #JKWeverse surprise trending in over 30 countries. Many expressed how emotional the night had been, with comments like, "This felt like a letter to ARMY," and "He doesn't need a stadium, he owns hearts." The stream peaked with over 4.6 million concurrent viewers, even without any official HYB promotion, proving Jungkook's unmatched influence and ARMY's ever-watchful devotion. While HYB has yet to comment officially, insiders suggest this spontaneous concert may be a soft lead-in to more personal, fan-centric promotions by Jungkook ahead of BTS's group comeback and 2026 tour. For now, one thing is certain. On a quiet July night, Jungkook reminded the world why he's called the Golden Magne, not just for his talent, but for his heart. It wasn't the kind of performance you'd expect from a global superstar. There were no stage lights, no backup dancers, no flashing logos or branded graphics. Jungkook sat in what appeared to be a studio room, dimly lit, messy in the way only real artists leave their space, with a single mic, a guitar beside him, and a quiet fire in his voice that fans hadn't heard in months. His first song? A hauntingly slowed-down version of Euphoria, the anthem of his youth. But this wasn't the Jungkook who once danced across stadiums in white suits. This was the man he became in silence. Mature, reflective, maybe a little scarred. The way he whispered the final line, "You are the cause of my euphoria," felt less like a lyric and more like a confession. Halfway through the stream, after performing Love Me Again, Jungkook suddenly paused. His fingers trembled as he wiped his eyes with the sleeve of his shirt. Then came the line no one saw coming. "When I was in the military, there were nights I thought I wouldn't sing again. But I realized this is the only place where I feel whole. Right here with you." ARMYs watching live flooded the comment section with purple hearts, crying emojis, and words of love. The stream nearly crashed under the weight of raw emotion. Surprisingly, the moment that sparked Jungkook's return wasn't a contract signing or agency strategy. It was a cartoon. "I watched K-pop Demon Hunters yesterday on Netflix," he shared with a small chuckle, "and it made me cry. That animation, those voices, it reminded me of my early days." We were so hungry then, so fearless. His voice cracked slightly. Sometimes I miss that version of us. He then launched into a full OST cover from the series, a haunting ballad called Until the Stage Lights Fade. His version felt like a lullaby to ARMY, a lullaby soaked in nostalgia and hope. But what does it all mean? Jungkook dropped no official announcements. No spoilers. No hints about the next album or his role in BTS's 2026 tour. Just music. Just emotion. Still, fans couldn't help but notice certain hidden clues. The JK 2025 logo briefly visible on his laptop screen, matching the golden in-ears leaked earlier this month. His subtle reference to recording sessions in LA. I might disappear again for a bit. Need to finish something important. And most intriguingly, the phrase he repeated 3 times during the live. I don't know how long we have, but I know I want to sing every second of it. Was that poetic longing? Or a quiet hint that his time under HYB is running short? What makes this moment so powerful isn't just the songs or the tears, it's the fact that Jungkook chose this. He chose to appear without media, without permission, without packaging. In a month filled with corporate press releases and brand campaigns, Jungkook went rogue, and it was glorious. He reminded ARMY that beyond the fame and pressure, the artist still beats inside the idol. The boy who joined BTS at 15 is now a man who can walk into a quiet room and fill it with thunder. By the time the live ended, over 4.6 million people had tuned in, some watching on lunch breaks, others at 2 a.m. in dark bedrooms with headphones on and hearts wide open. The performance was unofficial, unpolished, and unforgettable. Music bloggers began calling it the most intimate performance of Jungkook's career. A Billboard analyst tweeted, "We just witnessed what most artists can't achieve with a full label team, pure impact." Even HYB, which remained silent, couldn't deny the reach. Within an hour, fan uploads of the concert flooded TikTok, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. Edits of Jungkook crying over his guitar hit 10 million views by sunrise. That's the golden question. Is Jungkook preparing for a solo comeback before BTS returns in 2026? Was this his personal way of re-entering the public eye after months of silence? Or was this a farewell, a final thank you, before disappearing again into the studio, into negotiations, into himself? Whatever the case, one thing is clear. His voice is back, and when Jungkook sings, the world stops to listen. As the live stream ended, Weverse comment sections glowed with purple hearts and fragments of raw emotion. One fan wrote, "He didn't just sing, he stripped his soul bare." In the immediate 10 minutes after the stream, Weverse servers struggled under 108 million emoji reactions. Comments flooded in every second, and hashtags like #StayAwakeWithJK surged globally. Editors at major K-pop blogs reported traffic spikes as fans rewatched the video intro 30 times to spot his telltale golden ear monitors. Meanwhile, platforms like Twitter and TikTok lit up with edits, lyric compilations, and spontaneous fan covers, many spliced to the announcer's phrase, "I might disappear again for a bit." Magically, the unofficial recording soared to 15 million views within 24 hours, becoming one of the fastest-growing fan uploads ever. The effect wasn't just a moment, it was a movement. Everyone was listening. Music journalists in Seoul described the concert as a masterclass in vulnerability. A renowned producer at YG even texted a colleague, "Who needs A-list stage production when one night can shift cultural conversation?" Billboard's Hugo Lau penned, "Jungkook flipped the script. No teaser, no stage, no branding, just presence. And Spotify execs reportedly leaned in. Streams of his older solo catalog surged 250% in 48 hours. Every algorithm and analytics dashboard was showing one signal loud and clear. Jungkook isn't just back, he's back on his terms. Behind closed doors, industry watchers believe HYB couldn't ignore what had just unfolded. The unplanned gig was a social media tsunami. HYB's algorithms don't miss tsunamis. Insiders say executive teams considered leveraging it, repurposing the live as bonus content, releasing Stay Awake as a digital single, integrating these personal moments into BTS's lead single rollout for their 2026 album. Something is clearly being planned, but just how quickly? And will it matter to Jungkook? The rawness of that night disrupted stereotypes. There was no gloss, no choreographed perfection. Instead, Jungkook tenderly sang his admission, "When I was in the military, I thought I wouldn't sing again." In South Korea, where silence often masks mental health struggles, it felt like a quiet revolution. Global fans interpreted his words as an invitation to mental health dialogue. Supportive comments poured in on Reddit forums, Tumblr blogs, even university threads, connected by 142 million #StayAwakeWithJK tweets that called for collective emotional vulnerability. In the aftermath, ARMY didn't just feel gratitude, they felt responsibility. Many started posting stream challenges. Play Golden nonstop, tag Jungkook at 8 p.m. daily for a moment of light. Others launched the Stay Awake charity, pledging donations to mental health causes every time Golden reached 50 million streams. This wasn't just fandom anymore, it was a pact. A shared awareness that Jungkook's voice had reopened something inside their collective hearts.